I had an interesting thing happen, in the kind of recent past. And that is somebody who, I've been friends with for, quite a long time, wrote me and apologized for something they had done 30 years ago. And this has happened to me before. Somebody, a couple of years ago, another person wrote and apologized to me for things she had done. I actually apologized to her too, because I was not so kind. In this particular case, it's interesting because I had long ago kind of let go of what happened. It wasn't a big thing. I had realized when things happened 30 years ago that I just had to adjust my way of trusting this person, that certain things would work, certain things wouldn't work, and I just adjusted my own way of thinking and then forgot about it. So it was really quite a surprise to hear this. What made me happy about it was not that they apologized, because I didn't need an apology, but was that the person recognized that something about themselves, and had felt some regret about something about themselves that I think that kind of regret, I think, is very virtuous and will lead to very good outcomes for this person, So it's just an interesting thing. I'm telling you this not so that you'll wait for apologies from people that you're offended by, 30 years later. But hopefully so that you can just kind of let go of what happened. I mean, so that I was very surprised when I read this. But just to be able to see how somebody's growing and rejoice in their own growth, that they could reach that point of being able to feel sorrow for what had happened. Yeah. So this whole process, I think, of apologizing and forgiving is something really important for our Dharma practice. It's not so, for other people sometimes it's important, if they're still holding on to stuff or feeling offended or hurt or alienated or whatever people feel. But I think the biggest thing is when we ourselves can be honest with ourselves and say, I did this and I really regret it. Yeah, when we can remove the element of concealment or denial or just plain ignorance, lack of conscientiousness about what we've done. And, and to be able to see things more clearly and then have a sincere aspiration to repair things when it's possible, and to go forward with this new knowledge of ourselves and use this new knowledge in a good way to change maybe some old stuck habits that we have. Okay? Best yet, of course, is when things happen to realize our mistake in the first place and not have to carry it around for 30 years. Because these things kind of affect us unconsciously as well as consciously. But, I think this is all a process of our growing in truthfulness and in caring for other living beings. Because I really appreciated what I appreciated most about this was the care with which the apology was written. It was a very sweet, genuine thing, saying, I don't need any response because I'm doing this more for me because I know that you're not holding on to it. Yeah. So.